Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. So, thank you for being flexible with the time of our meeting, just because we had those bus evacuations, can't really get around it. It was a scheduled time, and I didn't know about it until today. So we had to change our timing pretty quickly. So thanks for being flexible. The assignment has already posted in Google Classroom because it posted at 12:30 like it was supposed to. So let's go ahead and head over to Google Classroom and get started on it. On Friday, we talked about the rotation, no, on Thursday, we talked about the rotation and the revolution of the Earth, how it revolves around the sun and the Earth rotates on an axis. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So over in science, that's math. In science, we have a new article that's called Rotation and Revolution. So it's this article assignment. And when you open up those sets of Google Slides, I think it's 3 slides total. One page is the article, and the other 2 are some activities that we will do with it. Okay? Shouldn't take us too long. I'd say maybe a half hour tops.
I already found answers, and I do it all the phone.
That's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get zoomed in, let you guys get logged in. 100 is a pretty good zoom in percentage, so you guys can get logged in and zoomed in and prepare for. Oops, one person. Get ready for, we'll read it and then do the questions. I'm going to check attendance while you guys are doing that really quick, just to make sure I got everybody. Yeah, because most of you guys are in person, so. Okie dokie. Let's do it then. Most of you guys are already there. So we're going to read this article really quick. I will read it to you, and then there's some questions that go directly with these paragraphs, and then we'll have a set of true or false questions. Okay? So, it says Earth rotation and revolution. Again, I'm struggling to talk today for some reason, so if I say something wrong, sorry. Just let it go. It says, did you know that the Earth is always moving? You don't feel, wow, I already messed up. You don't feel like it is constantly moving, but it is. It spins and it moves around the sun. The spinning of the Earth is called the rotation, so how it spins on the axis. It's just spinning in a circle. That's how we get night and day and seasons and things like that. The Earth has an imaginary line, or an axis, that starts at the North Pole and goes through the Earth's center, ending at the South Pole. The Earth spins on this axis. It takes the Earth about 24 hours, or 1 day, to make a complete rotation on the axis. So that's like this basketball thing that's happening over here on the right. The basketball spins on the finger. That's just like how the Earth spins in the sky, or in the space, whatever. And it takes 24 hours to go do one spin. That's where we get a 24-hour day from. Okay? While the Earth rotates, different parts of the planet face the sun. As one side faces the sun, the other side faces away from the sun. While the United States has daytime, China has nighttime because it is on the other side of the planet. The rotation of the Earth also makes the sun appear to rise in the east and set in the west. The sun is a star that does not move, but because of the way the Earth turns, the sun will appear like it is rising in the east and setting in the west. So the sun doesn't move, everything revolves around the sun. All the planets go around the sun just like chills there. It has so much gravitational pull that it makes the planets go around in circles around it. Fun fact, what was his name? I think his name was Copernicus or something like that. I think he was an ancient Greek philosopher, astronomer type of person. He believed that everything revolved around the Earth instead of the sun. So he thought that the Earth was the center of the universe and everything went around the Earth, but he was wrong about that. They eventually discovered that the sun was the center of the universe and everything revolves around the sun instead. So science is changing every once in a while. It takes hundreds of years to change, but it might eventually change, right? Our next paragraph says, as Earth rotates on its axis, it is also revolving around the sun. The Earth makes an entire trip around the sun and never stops. We call this the Earth's revolution. The path the Earth follows is called its orbit. It takes the Earth 365 and 1/4 days to revolve around, or orbit, the sun one time. This is the reason that we have a 365-day year, right? Throughout the year, As Earth orbits the sun, many parts of the Earth experience the changing seasons. Summers are warm and winters are cold. Earth has seasons because of its tilted axis as it travels around the sun. Its tilt is always pointed in the same direction and it never changes. The areas pointing toward the sun receive more heat than the areas pointing away from the sun. That area is enjoying summer while the area pointing away from the sun has winter. So the closer you are to the sun at that point, the warmer it is for you. Because apparently you can't enjoy winter. Yeah, sometimes. So there's our little article. As we answer the questions, go back and read through the article at different points. Maybe I'll tell you what paragraph the answer is in so that it's a little bit easier to find. But on slide number 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions to answer. There are text boxes there for you to click on. Just highlighting the text box doesn't do anything. Remember, you have to double click to get the cursor in there to type. Remember to not turn this in without typing answers in it, please. You got to type the answers in or else I just return it to you and you have to redo it on your own. If you are typing the answers as we go together, you're good. But don't turn it in without typing the answers, please. Number 1, true or false? Does the Earth constantly rotate? Let me say that again. True or false? Earth does not constantly rotate. It takes breaks from time to time. So does the Earth just like stop moving?
No.
No. So is it true or false? False. Okay, not fake. False. I can't type either. The Earth is constantly rotating. Apparently having 3 days off just like affected my brain a lot. And I live alone too, so all I did was talk to my dog. Well, I mean, we're technically like still should be staying home and stuff, so it's not like I go out and go do things. So I don't talk to that many people on the weekends. I just chill with my dog. He doesn't talk back though. That would make me a little bit crazy, huh? If I was like, yeah, my dog and I just have conversations.
I was watching a video of the dog, and there's like 6 other cats in my house, and it seems like the cat talking to the cat.
I've seen things like that.
On top of the refrigerator, the cabinet.
Oh my god, I can't imagine my dog doing that. My dog is big. He wouldn't fit. The on top of the counters, there's like, so it's the counter and then there's the cabinets. He's too big to fit underneath there.
Yeah, like on our house, the cabinet is probably like that.
Yeah, it's not very far. Okay, our next one. What is another word for the rotation? So rotating means that it's
To move around.
good. Rotating means that it's also spinning. So it's like the basketball analogy, right? Where the basketball is spinning on a finger, the Earth is rotating around the axis. So another word is spins. I think it's looking specifically for spins, though.
Wait, can we ask for my complete sentences?
No, I don't need complete sentences today. We're just going to kind of work through this together. Okay. All right, number 3. The Earth spins on an axis, but what is an axis?
Imaginary line.
Imaginary line.
From the North Pole to the South.
Got it. It's an imaginary line that goes from the North Pole all the way through the Earth to the South Pole. Good. Awesome. Make sure you guys are typing this out as we go. We're basically doing it together, so typing it out is a good thing. Type it out with us. Looks like most of you guys are doing that pretty well. Good. Awesome.
But what about the y-axis and x-axis?
That
That
has
doesn't go from north to south.
Yeah, but that's math, not science. They mean different things in different subjects.
Okay.
Yep. That's a good question, though. Okay, ready for number 4? I'm just going to scroll down just a little bit. Number 4. How long does it take to, wow. How long does it take the Earth to make one rotation? So a rotation. That's a revolution. How long does it take to do a rotation? 24 hours.
1 day.
You just had the two words mixed up. So the rotation is the spin of the Earth. It takes it 24 hours to spin. But for it to make a revolution around the sun, that's the one that takes 365 days. So you just got to make sure you read the right word, right?
Or 1 day.
You could write 1 day as well. That's fine. They are equivalent, right? 24 hours equals 1 day. Cool. This one, the next one, number 5, I'm going to have to go back and read again because I always... Okay. See, I always get the two mixed up, so I want to make sure that we're right. So number 5 asks us, the sun appears to rise in the what and set in the what? All right, so it appears to rise in the east and set in the west. Oh, that's the wrong page. I always mix up that one for some reason. So rise in the east. I don't know why, but for some reason, that fact never sticks in my mind. I know a lot of things about a lot of different subjects, but for some reason, I can never tell you for certain which way the sun rises and sets. I don't know why, but it's the one fact that I can just never keep in my mind. Like, there's always that one thing that you're like, I know this, but I don't know this, right? That's my one thing. Okay? Am I going too quick or are we doing okay? Getting it typed out. It's looking good. Give you a minute to catch up for a second. Okie dokie.
Wait, what does 365 and 1/4 days mean?
What do you mean?
Like 365 and 1/4 days.
So 365 days and 1/4 of a day would be 6 hours. Yeah. Our next one. What does a revolution mean? What's a revolution?
When the Earth spins 365 days around the sun.
Good. It's basically the path around the sun. It's the Earth travels around the sun. Good. Does it ask us how long? It does. We'll wait to say how long.
No.
The time takes from the and I didn't
Another word for a revolution is an orbit. The orbit is the path that it takes around the sun.
We could have just put that one first.
We could have. Alrighty. Give you a minute on this one. All right. Number 7 says, how long does it take the Earth to revolve around the sun one time? 1 year. Exactly. This is the 1 year, which is 365 days. Yeah, it's okay if you didn't put the 1/4 either. That's all right. Put your chair on. I don't need you smacking your head. Huh? I was talking to Alex. Yeah. Okay, so it
Miss
takes,
Jones,
yeah, go for it.
I don't think anyone can answer number
Number what?
8.
It says it in the passage. Why the?
Copy and paste from the passage?
No.
Of why the Earth has seasons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, number 8 is why does the Earth have seasons? And then if we go and read that last paragraph, throughout the year, the Earth orbits the sun, and many parts of the Earth experience the changing seasons. So the sun is, or the, what is it called? The Earth is orbiting around the sun, right? It's going around in circles around the sun. What causes it to be different times of the year and the seasons? The Earth tilts towards the sun. Oops, that's the wrong page. Yeah, I'm just gonna say the Earth tilts towards the sun. Different parts of the Earth face the sun at different times, right? Nah. And then whenever I tell you to put sentences, you don't put sentences. Yeah, I know. I've noticed that. So, yeah, the Earth tilts always, right? And depending on which part of the Earth is facing the sun at a certain time, that's how we know that the seasons are changing. Okay? I'll give you guys a minute to go ahead and get that typed out.
Can I start on the,
Yeah, slide number 3, the true or false, I am going to have you guys do on your own. So if you want to continue on to the true or false slide, you can go ahead and do that.
how do you make the check mark again?
Let's see. So if we go on to that last one, you can do check marks or X's. So the Earth spins on an axis. Does the Earth spin on an axis?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does. So it's true. You can just put an X. That works for me. Yeah, once you finish the true and false section, yeah, you can get it turned in. That's all we are doing for science today. So you don't
Can you
need
go
to
back?
read it. Huh?
Can you go back?
Yeah, I will. Just a second. So for this true false section, it says to mark if they're true or false, and then rewrite the sentences. I'm not going to have you rewrite the sentences. That's okay. Just mark if it's true or false, and once you've gotten all the true falses done, you can turn it in. Okay. There's oh, too far. There's the rest of that for you. Yeah. Yeah, you can turn it in when you're done. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording because we don't need to watch us work on that.